Who are the Pleiadians and where do Pleiadians come from? Pleiadians' origination. Because of savage wars, Lyrans were forced out into the mystery of the galaxy. Soon, the Pleiadians found their new home in the Pleiades. This star system is a small cluster of 7 stars located in the constellation of Taurus the Bull, which is 500 light-years from the planet Earth. Since the wars on Lyra, Pleiadians remain on Era seeking the ways taught by their friends, the Arcturians. There are 7 stars in the Pleiades cluster, which are 1. Teigita, 2. Maya, 3. Koala, 4. Atlas, 5. Merope, 6. Electra, 7. Alcyon. The Pleiadians are a very ancient race of humanoids. They discovered Earth many years ago, 225,000 BC, and have played a large role in our ancient evolution, but have remained silent watchers of our planet since their departure in 10 AD or 3,770 years after Christ in the future. Pleiadians' home. The Pleiadians currently hold chairs on the council which oversee the higher truths of the universe and remain a peaceful race of extraterrestrials. Although they have not reached the heights of their friends, the Arcturians, they continue to develop the mental skills necessary to eventually reach their goal. However, their state of mind have allowed them to develop the ability to transition in and out of our dimension. Some speculate that their entire civilization has moved beyond our space and time and exists beyond our understanding. Their main source of transportation is their intergalactic spaceships, which are also known as beamships. These beamships have a similar look and feel to the gray alien UFOs which are commonly identified during sightings. Since Billy Meyer's contact with the Pleiadian woman, many books and articles have surfaced to shed light on this race of aliens that we seem to identify with very closely. As our trek takes us into the teachings of higher spirituality, we find that many civilizations outside our world have already mastered and understood the benefits of becoming one with the infinite powers of the universe. The Pleiadian connection. The light workers and star seeds. If you have spent 5 minutes searching the web or countless books about who the Pleiadians are, you will find that oftentimes Pleiadians are connected with those who are called the star seeds and light workers. Many would wonder why light workers and star seeds are only connected with Pleiadians and not Arcturians and other benevolent extraterrestrials, since they also hold the same fundamental and universal laws of peace, joy, and love. For those who are curious, we will be attempting to answer those questions for you here. First, a quick recap as to who star seeds are and what light workers do. Star seeds are those who are currently living on Earth but know deep inside, a feeling that is unshakable, that their origins are not from this world. Often, star seeds are commonly those who have a connection with the Pleiadians for reasons we will soon write about. Light workers are those on Earth that will tend to be star seeds who have set out to accomplish the good work of the universal infinite intelligence and spread the knowledge and understanding of the positive powers humans and other races possess. Millennia ago, Pleiadians were from a planet called Avalon, said to be the first great human world in the universe. These humans were known as Lyrians and were entrenched into a horrible battle between the reptilians and Greys, which ultimately saw the destruction of the first human world, which displaced billions of humans in the cosmos. Many Lyrians sought refuge with the humanoid beings who already called the Pleiades home. However, some of the Lyrians decided to venture into the far reaches of this galaxy and would come to find refuge on a little planet called Earth. Therefore, those who feel an inner connection with the Pleiadian bloodlines, it is because of the universal channeling between long-lost brothers and sisters. Star seeds are constantly finding ways to be able to find the inner Pleiadians' connections to their past and hope that one day they will have the opportunity to once again join their cosmic families. Light workers are usually star seeds because of the inherent need to find the positive powers of the universe. Following the higher teachings of the powers that control good, light workers set out to teach others that there are different forces than those known to man. Remember, when the Lyrians first arrived on Earth, there was already an indigenous population on this planet, therefore, not all humans possess the sense of an ancient past and connection to the Pleiadians. So, those who consider themselves star seeds will eventually gravitate towards the teaching of the light workers and seek the ways for the betterment of human life. Until we are once again in the presence of our kin, we will continue gazing into the heavens and have the hope that perhaps one day, the Pleiadians, will travel the stars to find their long-lost past here on Earth. The Pleiadian Light Council. The Pleiadian Council was formed approximately 200,000 years after the First Great Galactic War. The aftermath of the Galactic War in the Lyra system sent the humanoid Lyrene civilization throughout the galaxy. Historically, this event has been the most dramatic and desperate time for humanity to date. Many of the Lyrene refugees made their way to the Pleiades star cluster. The Pleiades star cluster contains over 1,000 stars and spans 8 light-years across. The Lyrene refugees used large transport ships to depart to the Pleiades systems. Beyond their equipment they had very little left after the war. The planet Era, which orbits the star system of the star Teigita, was currently inhabited but extremely remote and had a very small and slightly primitive population. There are many other planets in the Pleiades star cluster, however most are uninhabitable. Teigita has 10 planets orbiting the star. Other refugees went to the lesser planets in the Pleiades known to us as Semjace, Tat, and Quetzal. Pleiadians. After a period of over 200,000 years, the Pleiadian civilization began to flourish. Not only were the 4 main planets of Era, Semjace, Tat, and Quetzal thriving, but Pleiadians were beginning to explore and terraform other planets in the Pleiades star cluster and beyond. At this time the Pleiadians formed the Pleiadian Council of Light, also known as the High Council, locally. The Pleiadians Light Council provides spiritual, tactical, and governmental guidance to the Pleiadians. The council consists of 12 members per division, with 12 divisions in total, creating a total of 144 elected High Council members. There is hierarchy among the divisions, with the Grand Council of Light being headed on the planet Era. The council performs many different tasks, overseeing the entirety of Pleiadian relations with the rest of the galaxy. The Pleiadians Light Council is an essential member of the Galactic Federation of Worlds and has an enormous impact on the decisions made for the galactic whole. Pleiadians and sex cultivation. Sensual and sexual energy. Pleiadians. Pleiadians are very common to humans in physical aspects and in our ability to feel emotion and express emotion. However, Pleiadians have long taught their kin about the powers that every Pleiadian possess through the practice of sex cultivation. For those who are not familiar with the term sex transmutation, Pleiadians believe it to be the power and ability to channel their sexuality/sensuality into outlets that produce mental and spiritual growth. What Pleiadians have been able to harness is the distinct difference between their sexual expressions and their sensual emotions. Sexuality is the doing or being expression, action, as opposed to sensuality, which is the inside feeling or personal feeling, emotion. Pleiadians teach humans to truly seek the practice of sex cultivation to better harness the mental and spiritual powers given to us by the infinite intelligence. Their main focus is their discipline in their sexual expressions toward one another, so much so that they are able to experience complete and whole sexual interactions, which in turn make Pleiadians feel secure in themselves and in their sexual expressions. Because of this disciplined approach to sexuality, they are given the personal growth of sensuality. This is why, if you were to meet a Pleiadian, you would feel the aura of a great sensual being. In essence, Whether we speak about sexuality or sensuality, we see that Pleiadians allow sexuality to permeate every aspect of their lives. Sensuality or sexuality to them is life, it's the complete and full channeling of that energy through their embodiment. That philosophy is brought into their society by how they structure their relationships on their home planet. Earth relationships take on a sense of entitlement, however, Pleiadians allow for more fluid relationships between partners. They understand that attachment is not in their best personal interest because it allows for obstruction of personal growth beyond their physical three-dimensional body. Therefore, the act of sex cultivation allows for the energy to move and transform, which translates into feeling sensations which lead to life directions and respect. Pleiadians direct energy thoughts concerning sensuality to increase the rate of movement of energy and receive the inward benefits of more inner peace, harmony, and personal pleasure. Because of sex cultivation, Pleiadians also receive the outer visible benefit of less aging signs, perfect beauty.